Hey you, Meowkaiser coming at you today with a patch notes rundown. Today's patch note is going to be patch note 10.1.0. We're getting a new tech lab. This is going to be, as you wish, it's going to be basically butlers and maids. We actually got two butlers because Rotzi gets a butler outfit. So, hey, I'm down for it. Butler female characters are great too. We're still waiting for a maid male character. Hopefully it'll happen. Butler Bernice is actually going to be the live 2D. It's been a while since... it hasn't been a while since we've gotten a live 2D male skin, but it's a little bit different for a set that has girls in it to have the male be a live 2D, so that's a nice change. Nice and welcome change. Tia has been added. I didn't do a character preview video for Tia only because the way that they worded her skills, it's not actually too obvious what she does, right? I'm just going to save that for when I eventually do a Tia video. Just kind of briefly explain what she does after I see in game what she does. So we'll see how that goes. We're getting a new Aglaya pass. Jackie is going to be the live 2D in that. We're also getting a Hyunwoo skin. Amusingly enough, if you've been following my Twitter, you'll know that Japanese Twitter has been drawing Guardian Hyunwoo as a Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist, and it's pretty amazing, not gonna lie. New tournament items added, new voice pack, new theme, new PvE. We got two new Enraged test subject skins. If you're into PvE, that's great. Drone supplies will be automated when players are resting. I don't understand what this means. Shortcut keys will not be activated when players have completely moved to another. We don't understand what this means. This is not English. Oh, great. Improvements on arrows supply aptitude. The arrow supply aptitude will be added reinforcement effects. Grand Force arrow affects the existed equipped arrow. When using arrow supply, force arrow next arrow will be reloaded force arrow and does not consume the existing arrows. Okay, this sounds like how ammo supply gives you reinforced bullets. So, looks like arrow supply is getting armor penetration. Yay, logic. If ammo supply is the strongest aptitude, therefore, we must buff arrow supply. Who's ready for the Arda and Nadine meta? I'm ready. We're ready, boys. Kazu, are you in the comments? I'm sure you're ready. Requesting for supply. When requesting has been increased, you can now request oil, whetstone, and nail. That's strange. Sure, I guess they want it to be stronger. I feel like... I don't know. I feel like there's going to come a point where I'm just going to forget what I can request and what I cannot request. Fiora, weapon polish. Grants Fiora's dash effect on weapon when activated. Fiora's dash prevent weapon from breaking for 2 times. I don't know what this means. Does this prevent the -1? I don't know. This needs to be clarified. Aya's Justice has been nerfed. She now heals 7 HP per stack rather than 8. Kathy's Arteriotomy has been nerfed. It now bleeds for 6 seconds rather than 8 seconds. You won't notice this change as long as people continue to fight you through the bleeding. However, if you decide to counterplay by leaving the area, you're less likely to get it reset. So I think this is just kind of a nice quality of life for people that are trying to play around Kathy's skill. It's a little bit annoying when you like leave the area and then you get kind of ping-ponged because like somebody happens to hit you like 1 or 2 seconds before it ended. So it is technically a nerf for Kathy, but I feel like it's just a nice quality of life change. Celine strictly got nerfed. Her level 1 armor is 16 to 12. I know that Celine was doing really well in Korea. Their meta is a little bit different. Like, they were doing something along the lines of going for uranium cannon, and then if it gets like -2, you would go for EBM 1781. And the idea was that you didn't have to maintain your gun, right? You didn't have to get oil for it, and then you could use oil to make food. So I can see how their meta kind of evolved differently because there's a little bit more competition for resources than there is in NA. So I see why Celine got nerfed, even though that Celine doesn't feel like the strongest gun character, but hey, there it is. Dan's Leaf removed the additional item effect. Yeah, so Dan's Leaf used to have that you would like take additional damage because it used to stack on kills, which they removed. So it makes sense why they removed that. Meteor Gauntlet got buffed from 42 attack to 45. This is just, it makes sense because they removed the stacking effect on Meteor Gauntlet. And honestly, you would only stack to like 3 or 4 stacks before it defected. So this is a nice and welcome change to kind of modernize it. Spy Umbrella getting buffed is very strange. Additional damage when attacking 25 to 30. I mean, I guess it puts Blunt in the meta still, because now we're going to see Spy Umbrella rushes, and then later into the game, you're going to be switching off of Spy Umbrella. Used to be very powerful, but like the difference between back then and now is that now we have bow and gun being very powerful masteries. So we'll see. New characters for PvE. You can now play Arda and Aya in there. New skills. This is kind of just modernizing it and just making it apply to PvE. Whereas, like a lot of the skills just didn't apply before. It just wouldn't make sense. So we'll see what these do, because I'm sure they're different from how they work in the base game. Bug fixes, PvP fixing abnormal cores. Want a quick slot for ammo supply / reinforcement that was automatically changed to normal slot. I'm confused what this means. I thought quick slot only applies to your inventory. I assume what this means is that like if you were in quick slot and you pressed ammo supply, you would switch to normal slot. That's what I assume this means. I've never seen this because I almost never use quick slot. Fix the error in selecting items in the drone supply pop when requesting for drone supply again. Fix the repetitive display selection of iron ore items in the drone supply pop up. Yeah, I thought I saw iron ore twice. Fix the missing corpse of enemy when the enemy was killed with sticky bombs damage. I actually did not know this was a thing. That's awesome. That's an amazing bug. Fix the inactivation of Veritas Monk's Leia skill on weapon breaking. Okay, so this works again. Like everyone was saying is like how, you know, your weapon would break and would get destroyed and Veritas Lux Mea would literally do nothing. Fix the glitch when 2 cards are combined during combat on screen. Fix the occurrence when player can only use a newly generated card. Fix the error when an enemy could only use 1 star card. Fix the occurrence when a player status is displayed abnormally dying at the local time the device set earlier than the server. That's interesting. Interesting changes. It looks like their plan, instead of nerfing ammo supplies to the ground, they're just going to buff everything else. So I see how they're addressing blunts, since they seem to want the Spy Umbrella meta again. I don't think it's going to be as painful as it was before because we have other powerful options. I think if anything, there's going to be a question of, okay, what are you going to do for hand, stab, and blade, right? Because they're going to be slightly behind. So we'll see what direction they decide to take the meta, and it seems like they're only making a couple changes at a time. It's a little bit unfortunate because some of the masteries will be naturally a little bit behind, but I don't think it'll be too big of a deal. Anyways, if you like the video, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe. Those help me out tremendously, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.